2015, August. Last week of August. Sana has taken leave. Gone to rest my head, my very busy body. 31st, Monday. Going back to work. I get to Jobo. Everyone has their nails in their mouth. What's going on? Kai, akisana unajua tunafutwa leo. So please note, after the first round of Akina Kwach, there was another round of people who are fired. Brown envelopes. They are not a plan. If you're called and you come back with a brown envelope, umeenda. So if you're called and you come back without the brown envelope, you are staying.
Yeah.
Aye, around 3 ndio hii sasa.
You get to fight another day.
Watu wame panic. So in retrospect, it wasn't good for me to just assume that everybody should stop panicking and just be okay, because we all had different circumstances at the time.
Yeah.
Some people were parents, some people were paying fees for their siblings, you know.
Some people were the breadwinners.
Yeah. And as much as I did have my own responsibilities, I was just like, yo, yeah, cool, hallelujah, good riddance.
So hold on, they give you a brown envelope.
No, wait.
Okay, sir.
So we're here, Nation FM, hello. Tumeongea na watu nini. We're doing the show with Obina, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I think at 12, I get either 12 or 1 o'clock, I get a message from the GM at the time. And he says, kindly see me in the conference room after your show. So of course me, I know it's coming. But I'm just like, no, my guy. You think I don't have a life? You can't call me for 1 o'clock, for 2 o'clock. I've got things to do. Because I wasn't rude like that. Yeah. But I just said, but it's very short notice. I've got things that I need to do. Then he wrote back and he said, it will not be long. Nikajua, it will not take long. Hii ni kuenda leo, by the way. So then, Maliza, I go downstairs, get into the boardroom. So it's the GM, it's the head of finance, HR.
Oh, man.
Just in case you...
HR. When you see HR, just know.
So unapatiwa, here's your letter to terminate. Here's your check. Don't come tomorrow. That's how it was. That was your last day. Na ikaisha hivyo. Kachukua barua yangu, kachukua cheki yangu. Bye bye.
I hope they gave you by contractually 1 month.
So, I think, and this is something else. I'm very careful with contracts these days.
Yeah.
Back then, I can't say that I wasn't careful. It's just the way that some people do their contracts. You find that there's no allowance for something like that, and you assume that, hey, well, this is how they do their contracts. You don't realize that you can go and say,
no,
me, this clause has to change.
Yep.
You just assume that this is how this company runs. So the guys who signed with
and sometimes you're desperate.
And sometimes you're desperate. The guys who signed with Nation, like the way kina Angela Ngwenye's contracts were, those guys were secure. Sisi njo ni ile, toka wewe mbwa. Na unatoka. So, sini 31st August, nimepata barua, mingia kagari kangu, kanyonyovu. Me, I didn't even make it home. Banyard.
So how did you feel?
I felt relieved. And I know there are people who will sit and say, nasema tu hivyo kwa sababu hataki kuonesha kama alikuwa amejam. By the way, I was relieved. Now let me tell you something about the power of the mind. It's a beautiful thing, but it can end you. Your mind can end you. I used to sit every morning on my balcony. I finally found a balcony, by the way, when I moved to that house. And so this is Raptor Road from my balcony. I'm on 3rd floor. And I'm sipping my tea and I'm enjoying that cold breeze. And I'm like, why can't this be my life every day? Why can't I have this? Where I don't have to wake up and go to where, and I can go at my own time. Because you're sitting there, you're looking at free flow, birds in the sky, cold wind, and then you are just thinking of that jam. And you're like, why? Why do I have to go into this thing? So slowly, in my mind, I had told myself, I'm tired. I had told myself, I want something different. This has just got to change. Yeah. But what I didn't do is I didn't condition my mind to what I want. I should have wanted better. All I wanted was that thing to change, okay? And it changed.
And sometimes you didn't have the guts to change it for yourself.
I didn't have the guts because, hey, you need the paycheck, man. So you're just waiting and you're miserable, but you're doing it. But the universe did it for you. So you told the universe you want a change. Hey, there is your change.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Kaenda Vineyard, kapiga my tequilas. And then, found the rest of the other people who are like me, coming at 5 o'clock. I was like, let's continue. 10. Njo naenda nyumbani. Kutoka saa 8. And luckily for me, home was just,
yes.
It's Vineyard,
yeah.
Raptor Road. So that's 2015.
So hold on. Okay, you finished this job now. The only source of income you have now is a 1 gig.
Now please note, karaoke Abuda bailisha 2015. Na mimi sikufikiria kuchukua ingine because
uko kwa job.
Bado niko nation. Hapo sasa njo tukaanza kuangalia, damn, we need to get back to these karaokes.
Aha.
Again, I didn't go look.
Mungu anakupenda.
I was called, not particularly to the best places, but I was called. And I did them. And
your rate was your rate?
No. This one was, now guys are going back to 10,000, 11,000. And it's situations of, the night was not good, so you'll have to wait until we work the weekend, then we can send you your money.
Whoa.
It's situations like, mdosi by the way akuacha do, itabidi tumemuliza kesho. It really was a tough time. I did places like Ignition where nobody even knew where the hell that club was. Sometimes, there are times I have hosted to nobody but the bartender and waitresses. It's just them, it's just us. Because me, I considered myself part of the crew.
Yes.
I'm here to do a job just like you guys.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, waitress anasema, akiwacha mimi niimbe, anaenda naimba nyuma ya bar. But we had a good time. We bonded with these people. We bonded with waiters. We bonded with bartenders. I mean, I literally have sat down at the bar with the bartender alone. Sijaita rafiki, sijaita mtu. These guys have stories for days. They will entertain you. Yani mpaka, there are times when you're like, leo sina ya kutosha. Isi utaleta tu, haina shida. Like I can tell you for sure, I do have a few like, well, when I used to drink, my bartenders at Vineyard, and there was this other place called Mana 540. Like, ata kama hauna, we pitia tu. Si utaleta, si utatuma next week. Chukua. Hii leo sana nimekununulia hii.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. Like I said, I can interact with anybody. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So I used to sit there for hours just listening to these stories. Hata huko kwetu kuna kanisa ingine hapo Sanaipei imefunguliwa. Or sometimes they tell you, where ujui, where ulewangi. Yes. Ile vitu tunaona hapa. Anaenda anasavu mtu mwingine. Sasa unasikia vile nilikuwa nakuambia. Kuna kadema hapa kana kujaga akalipagi bill. It's hilarious. It was so much. It was so much that there's one time I had gone out with a male friend, and this female bouncer at Vineyard, she had never seen me like leave with a male person. Like I've left with a dude. Apana. So that day we're with this guy, we're like, see, we go to Nini, we go check out Mercury or whatever. See, we chomoka together. She called me to the side. And she asked me, unajua huyu kijana? Naambia, ni boy yangu. Ai. Uko sure? Aja kulazimisha? Naambia, I'm not locked, am I? She's like, sana uko sure? Nasema niko fiti, haya, utatuambia basi uko na namba yangu. I'm like, okay. So for them, it had become...
Famo.
Yeah, it had become famo. I knew that I was just safe around these guys. So as I was hosting, as much as some people would not come through, I'd bond.
Okay, so let me ask you, do you think that life, a lot of people talk about the entertainment life scene. Do you think that life can destroy people just because of the...
Overindulgence?
Yes.
It definitely can. Especially with something like karaoke where it's different when on a Friday you say, today I want to go for the hanye. And you can go on that Friday. Then you can kanya yourself for the next 2 weeks. With karaoke as the host, you have to be there every week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And you're hosting to people who are indulging. And sometimes being able to relate with them on the same level is difficult if you're sober and they're here. Okay? Or if you're here.
And yeah, exactly.
But everyone who used to come for karaoke used to come for shots, okay? Or just for, there are guys who used to just come and sit there and just watch people sing. Dudes, they just sit and they drink and they sit and they send you drinks and they go home. It had very many strange characters.
By the time you left karaoke, you had stopped drinking.
Yes.
So in terms of hosting, there are times now you're dead sober.
Oh, the dynamics changed. I mean, even sometimes when I'd be hosting at places like Buddha Bar, there's a time I'd go for like a whole month without pints.
Yeah.
But wouldn't last long. The nature of the job.
Yeah.
But when I quit pints in 2019 August, I was still hosting. Because I hosted up until 2020 March 5th, which was my last show. That was hard. That was, booze has a way of masking fatigue and masking pain. When I started hosting in my heels, without booze, I could not feel my feet. Like I would go and step on the pedal for the car and I don't know how much of it I'm pressing because I can't feel the bottom of my foot.
Yeah.
So, and even interacting with people, just people telling you, oh, but I haven't sang. And because you're so sober, you're like, but I've given you 3 songs. And somebody's telling you, Miss Jaimba Tangu Sijui, we came here at 6 o'clock. I'm like, chick, aren't you Diana? You sang. Is this not your song? Because I used to keep all those papers.
Yeah.
And phone numbers. I used to collect phone numbers. I have so many people's phone numbers to just invite for karaoke. So yeah, so the dynamics.
Because you're also doing marketing.
Yes.
Because now the force is, I am not only hosting, but I come with the people.
Yes, I come with people.
Which means drinks for your restaurant and things like that.
So when I was hosting without the booze, that was tough. And people are not believing. Like you go to a table and they're like, "Ay sana, so you know how we do, bana, we must do shots together." And I'm just like, imagine I don't drink. Don't be silly. You don't drink since when last week? I'm like, no, it's been a year and some. She's like, no, you're lying. There's nothing like that. Aki, please, imagine just one shot. Back in the day when you'd stop and then somebody would be like, just one. You're like, sawa. Now they're not understanding how you're saying, bila. Like, bila, those ones, we're going to argue if you keep insisting. Yeah. And they were not getting it.
So, share to your level, what made you quit?
Share to my level.